This is the build order of the Pop 22 into Scouts. Some players like to play using the Scouts. One of the guys that likes to use Scouts the most is Leray, famous player. You can see some of his games casted on this channel and maybe some 1 versus 1s against him as well. So the Scouts are this unit here that we start. Uh, they are the fastest units on the game on since the beginning, so they like to run faster. When they reach Feudal, they are even faster. They are a great unit, guys, so if you like to use fast units and like to use raiding tactics, this is the unit for you. So this is one of the most popular build orders because many people like to do the scouts, and they are also an opening build order. So when you do the scouts, you can later on do other things like going for the castle. You can, for example, just go and add more archers and keep making scouts and archers. So there are a lot of options involved here that you can use, but I'm gonna teach you only how to make the basic archers, and later on I'm gonna explain to you what you have to do each one of the strategies. Right now I'm just seeking for my resources, and I successfully find 2 ship. I'm still looking for other ship and the boars, the important boars. One of them is here, so I won't have problems. Also guys, I'm gonna teach you a small trick here of how to use a ship to help you get in the boar without losing the villager. The biggest difference from this build order from the rush one is that you don't necessarily have to make 4 villagers to the wood. You can use only 3 villagers like I'm doing here. Then after this you can just go for the boar like I'm trying to go. Okay, sending a villager to get the boar. Like I do in every build order, I will leave 8 villagers eating the boar, so after this one comes back, there will be another one. Combined with the ones that are eating the sheep, I will have a total of 8 villagers eating my boar guy. Yes. The next villager that born will be going to the berries, and he will also have to make a house because I might be housed if I don't finish it, right? Okay, I'm now getting the boar with these 8 villagers. Boar is killed. I can go to scout. Making the house. Sending more villagers to the berries. The ships are coming, and guys, do remember that I left a ship on the way. This one is to help me getting the boar and not losing my villager. I'm going to do this right now. Oh. By the way, I'm going to put now 4 villagers on the berries. I don't want to put more than 4, only 4. Because I will need the berries for more time. I want them to last because the scouts are... they only cost food. This is really an interesting unit. Okay. Tap at the board twice, going back to the DC. It's almost time to use the ship, guys. Let me use the ship. The boar is coming after my villager, and I can just send the ship to block the boar, like this. It will give my villager more space to flee away from the boar. I did it before with the scout, now I'm doing with the ship. If our boar stops, you just tap him again. And here comes the boar. I only add 4 villagers to the berries, so the other ones are here on the TC. And now guys, I'm going to make 2 farms. I like to use the villagers that are hurt, so they are on the closest spot to the TC, they might be safe. And now that I have 8 hunters, 4 villagers on the berries and 2 farms, I'm gonna send the other villagers to the woods. Also guys, this is how you lame your enemy's boar if you want to just keep the scout in front of the villager. I'm failing to do this. Oh, sorry. I wanted to show, but I failed. Maybe next time, huh? Was not time for the trick. Okay, I kept sending villagers to the wood. I want to go up with Pop 22, so now that I have the 14 villagers on the food, this is one of the Kabbalistic numbers of Age of Empires. With this amount of villagers, you can go for a fast castle, you can do another strategies, but here I just want to go for scouts, so that's what I'm gonna do. Now that I have 5 villagers on one of the woods, I'm gonna send more to the other. When the boar finishes, I just send all the villagers to one specific ship here. I don't need to send to more than one. And when I finish making this villager, I will click the loom. Guys, you can make the loom before taking the boars if you do not feel so comfortable, but your economy will always be better if you can avoid it. And you don't need to always make the loom to get boars. You can use ships and scouts to support your gathering. And right now, guys, I sent more villagers to the wood. I have 5 villagers in each wood and I'm going up. Okay? So Pop 22 going up, 5 villagers in each wood, 2 farms, getting the ship on the TC, 4 villagers on the berry. That's a beautiful berry that I have here. That's really a good map to defend. Now I'm gonna send one of those villagers forward because I want him to make a barracks for me. So I start making the barracks. After the barracks I will make a house, so I will be with only 4 villagers getting the ship because the other one will be making a barracks and then a house. Remember guys that I still have 5 villagers getting each one of the woods and this won't change. I will keep those villagers here, okay? I'm finishing to eat all my sheep, and one of the things that I find really good about the build order of the scouts is that since they only cost gold, you have a lot of wood to develop your economy, so it's possible that a lot of wood left to keep developing your economy. So often you'll be able to do a lot of farms. So in this build order, different from the others, I like to make the horse collar, okay? So I can have a good economic boost. Now that I'm finishing the Feudal Age, I want to send at least 3 villagers to make my stable because I want him to go really fast. I will start making the double bit exit and the horse collar. I repeat, the double bit exit as always and the horse collar. The new villagers that are born right here can just go to the woods around the TC. One of the villagers will be keep making houses for me. If you want to feel more comfortable, you can use this villager to also make palisades, and now you can start making scout cavalry from your stable, okay? Like I'm doing it here. And as soon as you can start pumping up farms, just be limited by the amount of wood that you have. For example, right now I do not have more wood. This villager here keep making houses for me, maybe palisades, so I can feel safer. When you are going scout, a good tip that I have is that you build always defensive, so if your enemy tries to rush you, he won't be able to send his armies here, so that's a good tip that I'm giving you. And guys, I want to make farms until I have at least 14 farmers. 12 or 14. 14 is my favorite number, so I will keep with the 14, okay? This villager here keeping making the houses for me. Right now, I believe that I have 8 farms. With this one, I will have 9. Is it? 7 farmers with 2 more buildings, that's it. And you can keep making scouts as you wish. You see? Right now I have 4 scouts. I can keep making them because I have a lot of farming supporting my economy. I can also keep making houses here. You can make farms around the mill. You can make more farms around the TC. more scouts pumping out. This strategy is especially good if you have a civilization that can boost either your food economy, like the Mongols, or your creation speed, like the Huns, or even your horses, like the Franks. Or maybe the attack of the horses, like the Magyars. So there are a lot of civilizations where this build order is going to be even stronger. Right now, guys, I have 6 scouts, and you can count that I have 12, 13 farms going for the 14th one. Okay, and I'm gonna pause right here because right now there are a lot of decisions to be made. I have a good number of scouts. I have 6 cavalry scouts, one more to go on this table, 14 farms, and you can do a lot of strategies right now. Some players like to go for archers later than they add these first 8 scouts, so you can just send villagers to the goat, make archery ranges and make archers. Some others just like to make skirmishers to counter archery ranges, so you just need to add an archery range, a blacksmith, making a few skirmishers, make the fletching upgrade to defend, and some other players just like to go straight for the castle age so they can switch into knights after going to the scouts. So there are a lot of options that you can do here. So until here, this build order is only going for the scouts and then pumping farms so you can support your economy. If you want to see more advanced build orders like going for archers or scouts into fast castle, well, there's a lot you